Bella, and you're listening to FlashCast by PDB. Today we have a special rerun of one of my favourite episodes. I hope you enjoyed as much as I did. Today I'm joined with my beautiful, most amazing and talented wife, Princess Gianna Di Bella. And today we're talking about moments. And we want to talk about hone in on the concept of how people are so focused right now on generating great moments because of obviously post-COVID, well, during COVID. There never really will be a post-COVID as we really know it. It'll be a new world order for sure. But it's great to see people out and about on the beach, families enjoying time, the sun. We're very fortunate in Queensland. We're very grateful, something we talk a lot about. And it's great to see people that are out there trying to create moments. Right now we're standing here at the beach. You can probably hear it in the background. The birds are chirping. Surfers are out. We're having a coffee in front of us. Gigi, what's going through your mind right now?
That it's beautiful. The sunshine is shining and what a year it's been. So it's nice to stop and smell the roses. It's beautiful. It's nice to see lots of people out and about.
Yeah, so let's get into moments, right? And the thing we really want to hone in on that Gianna and I were talking about is two parts. One, great to see people, generating moments. And we're coming out of a world of where it was about things. We're coming from a past life of where things was about materialism and opulence. We're living in opulence. We're trying to, acquire things. And we're really moving into a world, and a lot of us have already made the transition and some haven't yet, but we'll need to. Well, it's going to be about, frugalism or value, but more about moments rather than things. It's something I've always said, life's measured in moments. So that's part one. We want to hone in and talk about the importance of having great moments, obviously, for yourself personally, great moments professionally, and obviously great moments with family. And then there's a different thing we want to hone in on, and those that, that make sure that we don't get caught up in, and that is actually living a moment rather than trying to capture a moment. And we'll talk about that after. But Gianna, talk about your view of moments.
I think that a lot of the time we just let life skip us by and we don't actually stop and reflect on the moment when we're in the moment. And I think there's a lot of value in doing that because that's where gratitude and compassion and empathy, for whether it's positive or negative, that's where it all arises out of, being able to stop and appreciate and reflect on the moment as you're having the moment. A bit of mindfulness, really. And
through your work, you've done a lot of work around mindfulness and brain work and all the rest of it. What's the importance of moments for our brain? What does it actually do? How does it trigger the brain and especially around mindset and gratitude?
Well, the fact that you give your brain a break, it's a brain break, allows you to almost catch up with yourself. And, often when we're living our day-to-day, we're overstimulated, we're jumping from one thing to another, we're distracted. But bringing attention to the moment allows you to stop and really improve your performance because it allows your system to slow down so that you're actually focused on outcomes rather than the next.
Yeah, and there's been scientific studies, obviously, that say it's all about the journey, not the destination. And I've been guilty of this, getting caught up in destination. And you start to get to this what's next. It's something we see in the younger generation. So much pressure. There's so much coming at them, from stimulation, different things happening. And it's always what's next. And they're not actually stopping and enjoying the moment and really appreciating it. And when we stop and appreciate the moment, it gives us the opportunity of gratitude. And gratitude's been proven through the whole Dr. Joe Dispenza work that I love doing, is that gratitude is key. And to summarize it, it's really reflect back on your past and learn from it. Understand where you want to go in the future, but live in the now. And that's something that I keep reminding myself is that be grateful and learn from the past. Get excited about the future and where you're going. However, live it in the now. So live the now combined on the experiences of the past and the excitement of the future. And that is where your brain then tends to operate in optimum performance. And of course, that's where we get our moods and all the rest of it from is that brain being able to appreciate and excite. And again, that's why the word moments is really underappreciated. And key to it is living the moment. Gianna, let's talk through your perception and your perspective of actually living a moment.
So moments don't always have to be positive. They can actually be moments where you there are the more difficult times in your life. And what often happens is we live in such an automatic mode. Our brain goes into our automatic brain and we just go, 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 go. And we never bring conscious awareness to what we're actually thinking and feeling. And because of that, often trauma gets stuck in the body, and then it creates a pain body. And people don't actually stop and process that pain, and it affects them later in life, either through health or some mental health issue, but it always comes back. So living the moment means processing in the moment, bringing conscious awareness, and allowing pain to pass through your body so you're better and high performing.
Yeah, good point, because when we talk about moments, it's not just about great moments, isn't it? I mean, we've got to deal with different moments in our lives. We've got to deal with the illnesses of loved ones, the passing of loved ones. And if you're not actually dealing with it, but dealing it and in the moment, then it comes back later on in one shape or form. So it's a good point there, Joan. Let's transition now into, living in the moment versus trying to capture a moment. In the world of technology and Instagram and social media, and everyone's got, an influencer and everyone's an Instagram model. And we've seen it a lot on the coast, which is some of it's quite disturbing, seeing young boys, young girls posing in different poses and trying to capture the right sunlight and, spending, sometimes 15 minutes to get a photo we saw the other day, which was absolutely ludicrous. And there's 15 minutes that this person's not spending living the moment, but trying to capture the moment. It's something that I've really noticed this week, and I'm interested to hear your views on it. Obviously, we've got a 12-year-old daughter and a 10-year-old boy, and it's very topical for us because, we want to make sure that we're the best parents we can be when we help try and navigate them and guide them and hopefully understand that, spend more time living a moment. Sure, capturing a moment's important, but you got to spend more time living the moment rather than just capturing it. And I find that a lot of this capturing a moment through Instagram and photos and posting becomes this, snap, shoot, move on, next, rather than actually enjoying, and there's no reflection. So, Gianna, talk me through it. It's a bugbear of mine. I say to people, there's another person capturing a moment rather than living it. Talk us through your perspective.
I actually think it's quite scary how people are sitting around instead of actually communicating with the other person. They're too busy trying to set up the picture to take the right pose or to capture the right impression of the moment instead of actually living it. And sadly, I think that we're going to see more and more of that, where people are trying to curate and orchestrate how their life should be, which only really creates more pressure on young people because they think they should be living a certain way, and because of that, they're never stopped to actually create the life that they want. They should all over their life, and I just think that it's really worrying.
Yeah, some wise words. So, some really good points there is about living your moment, live the moment, right? Keep it authentic, keep it real. It's not about other people, it's about you. And stop trying to orchestrate your life. Influence it, definitely take control of it, but orchestrating it just breeds this whole thing of being unauthentic. And we see a lot of that. And I think keeping it real is what it's all about. So in closing and in summary, we've been discussing moments. It's always a pleasure to have my very wise wife on the show. We'll be hearing a lot more of her over the next 12 months on the show as we go forge ahead and build another business together, which we'll tell you more about as we go. But Gianna, until next time, what would be your closing words to anyone listening to this that is a little bit confused about how they can go and live moments rather than capture moments?
I think just having those brain breaks during the day and bringing your conscious awareness to your body and your thoughts and your mind and moving through whatever a pent-up anxiety that might exist and moving back to appreciation and gratitude, and taking those brain breaks, believe it or not, actually really does that.
Yeah, great words. And, until next time, go be the best you can be. Don't be too hard on yourself. Remember that life is measured in moments. Go and live the moments, not spend too much time trying to capture the moments. You've been listening to Phil Di Bella and Princess Gigi. Till next time, this is FlashCast by PDB. Hi, this is Phil Di Bella, and if you don't know already, in 2022 May, I'll be putting the dancing shoes on with my daughter Annika for Dancing CEOs Queensland. She can dance and I can't, but the journey's going to be fun. And we're doing it all for a great cause. So Dancing CEOs has been around for a long time here in Brisbane. It's an amazing organisation and charity event. They raised over $500,000 this year, and I look forward to it in 2022. If you can give $5, $500, $5,000, whatever you can would be great to support a great cause. It goes to Women's Legal Services Queensland, who make sure that women and children that are affected by domestic violence are looked after. So a great cause, 100% tax deducted, no admin fees, which is something that we love about it. 100% of your donation goes to helping those that need it. So support Arnica, support myself, and support Dancing CEOs. The link is provided below. Please give what you can.